Hey everybody, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I am ready to get cooking. Who else is ready to get cooking? Actually, I'm doing my meal prep for tonight's dinner and stuff just to make it go easier and a little faster for when hubby gets home and then I'm not spending as much time prepping. I'm doing it while he's not here and then I'm not missing, some quality time with him. So we're going to be having spicy sausage and pepper penne tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and prep my peppers and everything. I'm going to use the quick slice. I've already packed my scoop loop and that, so I'm going to do the old-fashioned way for cleaning out the seeds and the veins on my peppers. The scoop loop makes it super simple. I mean, you just take it down, you turn it, it's got some serrated on it and everything, makes it faster. So, this is how the peppers come over here. It's actually a little cheaper to buy it in the pack like that. And that a lot of things come already wrapped and everything. So there's not as much washing because it's actually washed and stuff before it comes to you. There we go. There's the green one. I had an extra yellow one in the fridge, so I'm using it. And then, whenever I go to actually cook it, I'll cook my penne in my non-stick stock pot. And then I'll be using the 12-inch stainless nonstick to make the recipe, and which is one of my favorite skillets to use. Just like the Santuka knife, that or the utility knife are my two go-tos for pretty much everything. Unless I need the longer knife, then I use my chef's knife. But for the most part, those are the main two I use, and hubby has to keep them nice and sharp. So I'm going to cut my peppers into quarters. And this will just make it easier to put them through the quick slice. And this is just a quick, easy way to get them sliced. I mean, I could sit here and go through and do all of them and stuff. Now I also use the tops, so I just set that on there, take that, go down, and then I'm just dumping them into our plastic mixing bowl. Now I am putting skin side down, so that way the blades are going through the flesh first, and it's easier to get them, get it through the skin, at least for me, my thoughts. Go. Might even be able to do there, that one and that one. There we go. And I just rock it back and forth a little bit. And this is a way that, the kids can even help you, prep if you don't want them using a knife. As you see, my hands are nowhere near the blades. And that whenever I scoop the pieces off the top, I'm on the top of the blade, so it is not the sharp portion. You can see, so the blades are kind of at, they make a V shape going down to the center, from the outer to the center. And so then it's, you're starting through it. You're not all at the same level, which makes it easier for it to go through things, such as the bell peppers, mushrooms, strawberries, hard-boiled eggs. You can even use it on tomatoes. There is a trick there. You start it on a hard surface, kind of rock it a little bit to get it to initially cut through the flesh of the tomato, and then you move it to the quick slice frame. This can be a good amount of peppers. So I'm going to be actually using andouille sausage for this because that's what we have in the freezer. We are at the point where we need to start utilizing what we have in the freezer and what is in our pantry. So we have very, very little within the next month. And for those that aren't aware, because we have told all of our family and stuff, we are transitioning back to the States, and I will be back, well, both of us will be back by the mid-September. And so I will be able to start doing in-home parties. And I'm going to be up in the Carlisle area. So for anyone that is up in that area within an hour, and that I can definitely come. Now, if you're one of my peeps down in Northern Virginia, you know, and you want to do an in-home party, hold tight, because I'm probably going to be able to come down and do that as well. And so, all right, so we have our peppers in here. Oh, I need to get my onion and my garlic. So we love our garlic. So we buy the bag. We don't buy just one at a time. You know, we have friends that if we don't use all of our garlic, they'll use it. So that's not a worry, you know, because you cannot ship produce back and stuff. But I'll be glad to be home and, you know, be in my American kitchen and stuff and just have everything I need and not have to kind of guess on what things are whenever I'm trying to make a new recipe. You know, it's like, okay, well, what the heck do they call it over here? All right, I think that's it with the quick slice. Set that off to the side. This calls for the food chopper to coarsely chop the onion. And I'm just taking it into quarters. Now, one of the things to remember with the food chopper is there are replacement parts available. I know, whoops, sorry about that. I don't have a holder here, so I just kind of have this sitting up in a basket. And that will be my blooper for the day. There we go. I've replaced some of the collars for some people, and that's so the collar, the blade guard, and the bottom cover are all available in replacement parts. So this is calling for it coarsely, I believe. Onion, where's the onion? Yeah, coarsely chopped. So I'm not doing it a lot, I'm just doing it a little. I like to call this my anger management. Whenever my kids were little, you know, the girls would kind of wait and see how hard I was hitting it before they would come into the kitchen. Because then they knew what kind of mood I was in, which isn't really good, but it definitely did help with the anger management and stuff, just frustration relief and everything. You know, you have those days where it's just like nothing goes right and, you know, you just, there we go. So oh my gosh, whew, that is a right onion. So I usually just take one of my scrapers and just run it around the collar and stuff. And I take the collar off. Oh my goodness. Woo! And I scrape my, collar down, the guard down, just to get all the onion into the dish. Because when you're not getting it in there and it's staying behind on whatever you've used to cut with and stuff, you're just leaving flavor behind. So I'm putting the onions in the bowl with the peppers and everything because they're all going to go in the skillet at the same time. This is just one of the ways that I do for prepping. You know, unless you need a certain measurement. Sorry, forgive me. My eyes are like burning like crazy. And I'm not actually crying yet. My eyes are just burning and stuff. All right, I think that's all I need the cutting mat for. So I'll put that in the sink. Then we have our garlic. How many cloves? Calls for 2 cloves. Yeah, I'm gonna do 4. And that just because, like I said, we like garlic. Oh, holy Toledo. if we had an ice maker, I would probably go to the freezer and get a couple ice cubes and put them on my eyes just to calm it down. Whenever I used to work in the grocery store and I was having to do onions for the salad bar, for the deli and stuff, I would, all right, this is really, really tight. I would step into the freezer and that would help. So, trick, when the bulb is really tight, which is what you want when you're buying your garlic, you want it to be a nice tight bulb, but you can't get the first clove out, take your scraper, whether it's the old brown ones or the new blue one, just kind of wedge it in there. And it will help you break it apart. All right, since all those came off, I'm going to use all of those. Yep, and it's 4 of them. Oh, holy snikes. There we go. I love our garlic press and the little Barbie brush. Barbie brush is also available in replacement parts. Be very cautious if you have a garbage disposal because it tends to like to snack on it, you know, if you're not careful. So I never put mine in the sink until I am actually washing it and stuff because it never fails. You know, you're going to eventually have it go down the disposal. So one of the things I like with the garlic press is, if you notice, my hand is not touching the actual garlic. So let me bring my green bin. So like in Canada, they have a green program over here where you recycle your food waste. So you just line this up. Why isn't it lining up right? One spot over here that's being stubborn. Oh God, come on. There we go. And you push the little brush into all the holes and then you use the back part and it just brings it right out. Occasionally you get lucky and all of that is on the plunger. Now, if you grow garlic or you buy like really super bulk garlic and you're not going to use it all right away, you can go through, you can press it, you can put it into a jar with some olive oil and that will keep it fresh. You're going to have a much better flavor than the minced garlic that you buy in the store and stuff. If you really like garlic and you're always looking for different ways to prepare it, you know, definitely be paying attention next month. I may have a new product for you that'll be perfect for you. All right, so that is the peppers, onions, and garlic in there. And then in my batter bowl, I'm going to put my tomato sauce, which I need 8 ounces of. So I'm going to get my scale. And I have it set to standard weight. And whoops, set my batter bowl on top. Press for the tare. Because everything is like milliliters or grams over here. Yeah, so this is 500 grams. How much of a pound is, how many ounces is that? Yeah, I don't know. So I will weigh. And I may not use all of it. And this is how the tomato sauce comes, and it's actually called passata. So again, with getting to know the names of the things, we call one thing and it's something else. And we're the same language, you know? So it gets very interesting. So I need 8 ounces. Probably going to be about half of this. Okay, that's a tiny bit over, but that's okay. So I have that in there. And I need a can of tomatoes. which I'm actually using fire roasted. We really like fire roasted tomatoes. Gives it a little bit of a different flavor and stuff. You really need to know what the recipe is that you're cooking before you just decide to use fire roasted, because sometimes that smokiness that comes from it, you may not want in your recipe. Okay, I always go around a couple times with the can opener, and so it's attached. A little turn backwards, it releases. Now, I just opened it, right? But yeah, it doesn't come off. So you need to use your little bird beak, and you can see the little bird beak right there. See it moving? I'm pressing this and it moves it. Put that in and just kind of twist up, and that will open your can for you. Now, if we were using a broth or water or anything, I would put a little in here and, spin around to just rinse it out. So with your can opener, if you're not familiar with it, this piece right here, if you have those pop tops that you can't get or you don't want to break your fingernails, you can get under them with that to pop them. So that's what that's for. And then what else goes in here? Italian seasoning. I love our Italian seasoning. Here we go. And it's 2 teaspoons. All right, yeah, I'm probably going to do a tablespoon, which is just about a cup. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to empty that. So that's empty. Now what I'm going to do is from my taste bud packets and stuff, I'm going to take those and I'm going to refill this bottle and stuff rather than just have the packets and stuff. I'm just going to refill my bottle using those. Okay, so then all that's left for me to do when he gets home is to cook my pasta. Then I will saute the veg in the skillet and stuff. And then once that is tender crisp, then I will add in, I'll do the sausage first. I'm using andouille. So basically I'm just going to really be heating that up. I'm not fully cooking it and stuff, but I'll slice it down. And, so I'll do that first, take it out, then saute the veg and stuff. Then I'll add the sausage back in. I'll add the tomato sauce, tomatoes, all that mixture in and stuff. And then when we're ready to serve, we'll mix it all together in a large bowl and and we'll serve. And then I have some grated Parmesan that I will put over top of it. So super easy dinner. And, we'll have some leftovers. We love leftovers. He takes leftovers for lunch. So I'm always looking for recipes that have some leftovers, but not to where we're going to be eating it for a week, so, and then there are some that you can always freeze too. So if you have any questions on anything, let me know. I appreciate you joining and watching in as I'm prepping for our dinner tonight. It's almost, actually it is 5 o'clock over here right now. And so I could even go get a cocktail because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So thank you again. And we will see you guys later. Happy cooking.